Hey, praise God, praise God. This is for the government officials. I had to address a few issues, a few legalities here. So we'll be understanding about what's going on here. As I had said in the past, no, it's not going to go away. Like I say, this is not for everybody. This is just for people can pick up on what I'm saying. First, let's understand something, man. I didn't write the Constitution, okay? I didn't write the amendments. I'm just a citizen of the United States of America. you know, want to be treated equally and protected by the law, treated fairly and protected equally by the law, because that's my right as a citizen of the United States of America. We as public officials, who have been appointed, to serve and protect, such as the police officers, the senators, the state representatives, etc. This is not a unilateral issue, man. No one lives, above the law. The scope of the law is to protect everyone equally. See? And when we give other people the power to do things behind the scenes, to change the law, to twist the law, to make it fit themselves, then that's when we have a problem. What a lot of you guys don't know is that everything that happens, all affidavits, documents, which sometimes is a part of a redact, is available for public view, man. All you got to do is just find out where to go get the documents from. Any kind of transcript, anything. You understand? And for me personally, for my credibility, because I know that a lot of you people, officials, doctors, etc., you lie a lot. When you get caught in the pickle, what you guys do, what you're good at is lying. You lie on poor people, people who are poverty-stricken and living in impoverished areas, knowing that your credibility is going to outweigh theirs. And this is in the way I protect myself. Any conversation that I have ever had, any kind of dialogue or correspondence, I can prove it. And it's not to prove it, to have it to put in the court of law, because that's illegal. It's just to prove it to the person who is representing me, who's listening to me, just to show them what kind of character you are and what kind of kids you're working on. I can prove the whole thing. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of you guys is gonna say, I don't remember this, I don't remember that, this didn't happen, that didn't happen. Oh no. Say, hey, but what else you gonna do? See, this is the part that I pretty much feel sorry for you guys, because some of y'all subordinates in the system have been what they call virtually deputized, to hold a position. And what you do is you gamble and you compromise, your training. Before any of you guys were certified to do anything in any field, you had to take a test. And when you took the test, there's certain things you do and certain things you don't do, under no circumstances. So when somebody comes to you behind the scenes or through back doors with badges and telling you to do this and do that, knowing that it's illegal, but because of what their position is or because of what their authority is, you do it anyway, because you don't think it's any feedback. See, this is when the cover-up comes about. This is when a lot of y'all keep getting caught up. Because, see, you're not thinking that it's going to go that far. Like I say, once again, all transcripts, correspondence, dialogue is available to the public. You can't get around it. This is when some of you scratch the areas of being disbarred, suspended, sometimes indicted, some persecuted. That's why I say when you see a lot of public officials that's been indicted, some of these police officers that come to court for the murder of all these African Americans or minorities in the inner cities of America, and you see their faces, their eyes, like damn, you know what I'm saying? Only thing we put out, oh, so-and-so was a officer 15 years. He was a war soldier and got medals for this, and he was the deacon of the church. So, man, we ain't talking about hearing none of that. We want to know the evidence that we got right now is what this man just did, okay, or what this woman just did. See, this is what I'm trying to tell you, man. You can't ignore the elephant in the room. See, when you get caught, that time, that's the time you got caught. You've been doing it all the time. See, all these 15 years you was this and you was that. You didn't just fly out the sky and do all this. See, you've been doing it. You just, when nobody ever pursued you because either they didn't know how or either they was afraid to. Do you know that in our culture, in our country now, that a lot of these inner city deaths, in the hands of police officers or other kind of government figures that are being indicted now, that these murders been happening all the time. It's just for various reasons that the cases were not pursued. Like the police threatening different families for various things, telling them that, hey, you go to court and you say so-and-so, We're gonna tell what we told on Bobo. Remember, you told on Bobo too, and his family don't even know. You was the one who told on him, got him life in the penitentiary. Ooh, things like that. They hold things over your head. See, this is why you shouldn't play games with those people, man. They do, man. They good at what they do, man. They conniving, sneaking, they dirty. Okay, they use it against you, man. Anything, man. And some of y'all, you just wash it up and wash it under the bridge. You lost your grandson, your niece, nephew, or whoever to death, man, to illegal death by the arms of the police. You just don't say nothing. All these deaths is happening all over the country. The ones don't pursue it, man. Like I say, once again, it's because they don't know how, or because they're afraid to once they face with when the people come through them back doors on them for whatever. And it's sad, man, that it's like that. It is really, really sad, man. See, and like I say now, with the things that's going on now in this country, a lot of these officials, they will use their authority to type into the database. Like for me, say for instance, I'm walking down the street. I park my car. Just give an example, I park my car. So I get out the car. Now, who is this? You see what I'm saying? I haven't done anything illegal. I just parked my car. Car legally parked, stickers up the park, registration, insurance, everything's legal. But the guy across the street, he's a police officer. He watering his grass. So what he doing now, he types into the database because he's a police officer or whoever. He types into the system and runs my name and see who I am. See, so now he done typed into my background and all this other stuff. You see what I'm saying? So now because he typed into my background, now he done became, prejudiced about who I am. You see what I'm saying? Which is really illegal. I'm a citizen of the United States of America. You see what I'm saying? So once again, you have no right to do that. The database is for official use only. If you outside your job, watering your yard, that ain't got nothing to do with official. If you would have never did that, then you would have never did what you did to me. You understand? See, that's one example. The other thing is this. People look at you, you say, well, why you do this to him and you ain't do it to nobody else? You have to ask yourself that. I'm not, listen, dig this here. I'm not supposed to ask myself anything like that. See, I'm not supposed to wonder why. If you do something to me and you didn't do it to anybody else, man, why do I have to try to overthink and try to figure something out? I got to wonder if I'm in danger or not. I got to wonder who did this to me. I got to figure, was it a lady or was it a man? I got to figure out why. You understand? I know it was official, but why? Why do I have to carry that with me? 6 or 7 months. Why do I have to carry something like that with me? People hook you up and take you through changes because they wife looking at you, they daughter looking at you, or whoever. Or they figure that you look good, you're going to look good to my wife, or you look good to my daughter, or you look good, whatever. See, you ain't supposed to be thinking of one thing like that. When people do things to you for no reason at all, illegally, you understand? That tells you the state of mind, the level, what they would go through to do to cover up what they done did once they get caught. You got to understand another thing. When government officials go through these back doors, in other fields of life, like medical, they want the doctors to change these records. They want the doctors to do this and to do that. That's illegal, man. Do you know you messing with somebody's health? That they can have a heart attack or kidney failure or whatever because of their medications or whatever, and y'all playing games with people's medical for whatever reason, and you don't even have no evidence or substance or why you're doing it, just because you speculate? And then you're looking for a reaction because you're doing something really messed up. So you're looking for a reaction. So once you get a reaction, I can lock them up and I can make it all go away. But then when it don't work, look what you just did. But not only that, you done recruited people into it. And they respect you and doing what you say because they figure you authority, you law. They don't know law. You don't either, obviously. You just been doing corrupt and doing what you do for so long. You ain't never been caught. You caught now. But you ain't never been caught, but you caught now. See, and that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. See, you recruit people into what you're doing. And because you have a badge and because you have authority, they listening to what you say. They changing medications, they moving this, they hiding this, they trying to get you to do this just to entice you into doing something. And then you have to go all the way back and say, why are we doing this? Don't you know nobody ever never asked that question? See, when somebody come through the door and asks you and tell you to do this, do you ever wonder why? Why are you doing it? You just do it because they say do it, huh? See? But what about now? What about when it traces to you when I speak the truth? You going to be mad at me for telling what you did to me? Check this out. You did something illegal to me, right? You did something wrong to me, right? Really, really terrible, bad, very bad, right? But now since I'm speaking about it, see, now that I'm shining light on it, you mad at me for saying something about it, right? Instead of you trying to redeem yourself for what you did, you mad at me for saying something about it, right? See, look, I'm seeking the cascade here, baby. That's what it's all about. See, it's all about the cascade. See, Listen, like I just told you, with me, whatever I say, I can prove, right? Because see, I know how corrupted the system is. I'm not gonna prove it like I'm gotta take anything to court and say, "How look, read this, huh? Listen to this." No, no, no. The people who on my team, people who I talk to, I'm gonna let them read it and I'm gonna let them listen to it. See, because I know you're gonna say it ain't true. So once they hear it, they'll know what we're working with. See, that's all. Just to let them know what my credibility is at. See, just to let them know. See, you always got to protect yourself. And like I said, once again, some of you guys going to be disbarred. Some of you guys going to be suspended. Some of you guys going to get fired. Some of you guys going to get indicted and everything else, man. Because that's the way it go, man. Listen, you can't be out here, man, doing things, to other people illegally, man. Just because you feel as though whatever. It don't work like that, man. It don't work like that for whatever reason. And then, like I say, and then the thing is too, this final note, once it shines the light on who initiated all of it, because of whoever the person is, everybody want to clean it up now. We're going to clean it up. We got to try to hide. We made a mistake. It's this and that and other. Because of who the person is, it don't make a difference. Like I told you, the law is not unilateral, man. The law is not made one way. The law is made to protect us all. And that's what we all have to abide by. If I break the law, I go to jail. Then what about you? When you break it, you don't go to jail. Why? Because you've been a law enforcement for 15, 20 years and you such as upstanding deacon at the church and the pillar of the community and all this. So what? Right. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. It don't work like that. I'm sorry, but it don't work like that. Like I say, man, what happened to George Floyd? What happened to Michael Brown, Breonna Taylor, all these other people, man. See what I'm saying? It was for stuff that started off just like this. See, when you give people in law enforcement the power, telling them virtually that they can do whatever they want to do. See, that's what you do. And that's what they do it. And they get so used to doing it, they get reckless. Eventually, they just get reckless because they think they're invincible. They don't think anything can happen to them. And that's where the system is messed up, man. That's why now a lot of people is being indicted for the things that they do. You got to be held accountable, man, just like everybody else. See, I'm going through doors and people still trying to stop. No. Listen, man, listen. It's like this here. Once you get caught, see, because look, I can say stuff about a lot of things that's been done, right? But I can't prove it. See, but I know. See. Because it was part of entrapment to entice me to do something wrong, to snap, to mother, to cuss, because that's a normal reaction. When somebody kick you, stomp on you, that's usually what you do. But when you have to endure it, man, when you have to internalize it, and then you don't know why or what, where it's coming from, and then people be trying to tell you you're paranoid and all this other kind of stuff. But once they get caught, you don't let them go. Oh, man, get all the information. Make them pay for everything that they did, man. Say, man. Retribution and reparations. You understand? That's what it is. Retribution and reparations, man. See, ain't no I'm sorry. No, ain't no I'm sorry, man. Because look, one thing with me, if you did this to me and you got caught, this ain't your first rodeo. You done did this and you used to do it and you used to getting away with it. Look, man, God is good. God be the glory. I just want to get that one. I'm coming back to y'all. I'm coming back to my people in a minute, but this is just for them. God bless you.
To bring some love.